I have been consistently making thousands of dollars every time I trade using two simple indicators. I'm going to show you how to duplicate what I'm doing in this video. Now, I want you to copy me, but I want you to copy the process that I'm going to teach you, the indicators that I'm going to teach you. I do not want you to copy the trades that I'm making. That's not how you're going to learn. That's not how you're going to be able to do this for a long period of time. I want you to be able to copy what I'm doing so that you can do it for yourself. Now, how did I become a full-time trader? I was 14 years old. I was in school. I was sitting in, I believe it was 9th grade in the computer lab, and they showed us a stock market game. Basically, it was paper trading. That was the idea behind it. And I started making a little bit of money. And I was like, I was working at a golf course at the time, and I'm like, I can sit on my computer at home, and I don't have to have a boss. I don't have to be moving big, heavy things around from one area to the other. This is unbelievable. So I made some money. I went to my dad, asked for some real money. Of course, I made fake money in the beginning because it was paper trading. He gave me $500. I did very well with it. And I asked for more, and he said no. So I kept working at the golf course. But as time went on, I got better and better, started making more money. Even through all of school that I was in, I was still trading. And even through my undergrad and into my first 2 years of medical school, I was trading, making money. That's how I was paying my tuition. This is something that anybody can do. Now, realize this. When you're in school, when you're in med school, when you're in law school, when you have a full-time job, what have you, you don't have a lot of time. That's the beauty of the type of trading that I teach. There's something that everybody can use. Now, I was full-time day trading. It is very time-consuming. So after I applied to medical school and I had a long wait period, I started a fund, and I was able to generate a lot of money by doing this. But I was able to sit at my computer, and that's what I'm going to show you today. We talk a lot about in these videos, a lot about long-term trading and swing trading. This is for the person that's able to sit at their computer and trade every single day. It is a very, very lucrative way to make a living if it's something that you have your goals set on. So let's go over to the charts and see what we have going on here. This is an example that I pulled up from somebody that's actually in the Patreon community. This is a trade that they executed earlier in the week. And it was a beautiful trade. I love going through the wins chat to see what were people thinking? How did they make money on a trade? What setup did they see? And this was a beautiful setup. So this is SanDisk Corporation. I don't know what SanDisk is. I have to think that they're the people that make the thumb drives that I have, but I really don't know. It doesn't matter. That's the point. It doesn't matter. It could have been crypto. It could have been a commodity. It could have been an equity. It doesn't matter what it is. All I'm looking for is a pattern. So what did I like about this specific trade? Well, if we look at the very first thing when you pull up a 15-minute chart, let's walk through a 15-minute chart first. This is based on every 15 minutes. So opposed to this over here, each one of these is one single candle, right? Now over here, it's 15 minutes. So this is 9:30 in the morning, 9:45, 10 o'clock, 10:15, so on and so forth. So basically what we're doing, if we go to SNDK, we take one candle and we look at it right here. This was that candle, I believe. And we take a magnifying glass and zoom in on it. And this is what you see inside of it. You're basically taking a microscope, looking under the lens and saying, okay, I'm going to open this thing up and see what's happening. Now that we understand what the chart is, let's go and say, what are these pieces of the chart? So this down here, this is our trend. This tells us which direction the stock is moving, where is the volume flow coming from? Are there sellers in it? Are there buyers in it? What direction is it moving as time goes on? When I'm looking at a 15-minute chart, I have two areas that I have the highest probability to make money. When I'm going long, I need my red and yellow line, my trend lines, to be up in this area. When I'm going short, and that's the example I'm going to show you today, I need my red and yellow lines to be down here in this area to make money on the way down. So some of you are probably asking, well, what is this? This is what I call no man's land. This is when you have a trend or a trend line in this middle area, you don't really know what's going to happen. And you want to have more confirmation. You want to have more of a chance to make money. You need to give yourself the highest probability to make money, because you have to remember, in trading, you are going to lose. You have to accept that you are going to lose. Now, the idea is to lose less and maximize your profits. But if you give yourself the highest chance to make money up when your trend lines are up here and when your trend lines are down here respectively, and you're not trading in this middle area, that's what you're going to, if you do that over and over and over for years and years and years, you're going to do very well. Now let's go talk about volume. This is our volume. This is how many shares are traded in each 15-minute period. The more red volume you have means there's more sellers in there. If you have green, it means that there's more buyers in there. In that 15-minute period, remember, this is 9:30, 9:45, 10 o'clock, 10:15, so on and so forth. Now that we understand volume, let's look at the candles. So the candles are your buy signals, or your sell short signals in this case. Let's draw out some different types of candles. So if we're just looking at this chart, we have candles that look like this right here. These are full, thick-bodied candles that don't have any wicks on them. Wicks being these little sticks at the top and bottom of the candle. You notice this one has some pretty big wicks on it. Some of them don't. Some of them only have wicks on the top. Some have only wicks on the bottom, etc. Some are just like this little guy. They aren't really anything. So let's walk through. So if we look at a thick-bodied candle, this is the best candle that you can find. It means that the stock price started up here in the morning and it went or I shouldn't say that. It started up here in the beginning of the 15-minute period. It came all the way down and it closed down here at the end of the 15-minute period. Contrary, you look at a candle like this one. Let's draw this. So you have a pretty thick body. And then what happened? You had this extended wick on the bottom. What does that mean? Well, the candle started up here. It went down to here. And then what happened? It rebounded back and it closed right here. Why is that? Why is that not as good? I don't want to say why is it bad. I want to say why is that not as good? Because when we like seeing that there's selling volume that happens and it pushes and it pushes and it pushes and it holds here at the bottom. Whereas this one, our selling volume didn't hold here. So what happened? People were probably buying. There's people going against you. And remember, we want to have the most people on our side. We want to give ourselves the highest probability to make money. They had sellers come in here, maybe it was profit taking, what have you, and it rebounded here. Is it the end of the world? No, it's just something that you probably don't want. You would not want to buy something. We would say you wouldn't want to buy something. You would want to buy here or sell short here. You wouldn't want to be selling short on something like this. This is not an ideal place, and we'll get more into this in a second. Now let's look at some other candles. This one right here, this is a very important candle to understand. When you have something like this, what it looks like is we started the candle here, and this is probably what it looked like during the time frame. It came down here, everybody was very, very happy. That's what it looked like. Yay, we were making money, and then all of a sudden, what happened? People started taking profits, buyers started coming in, and the stock price started moving up on you, and it actually closed green because there were more buyers than sellers in this 15-minute period. So now that we understand candles a little bit, and if you need more clarity, guys, remember, this is all about repetition. I do not expect you to understand what I'm saying about candles in this video. I don't expect you to understand stochastic from one single video. You need to watch multiple videos because everything in trading, just like anything in life when you're learning it, is about repetition. You need to see it over and over. I can pull up any chart and break it down within a matter of seconds. I'm not saying that because because I'm bragging. I'm saying it because I've seen it so many millions of times at this point that's why I can do it. When you start seeing charts millions of times over, you are going to be able to do that. Think about anything that you're really good at in life. You've done it a million times over. Now, let's talk about executing this actual trade. So now that we understand the candles, we need to say, all right, let's look for three things. When you pull up any chart, eyes should come right down here. Eyes come down here. Red line, yellow line are below our 20% level, below this horizontal line, right? So we're in the sweet spot down here to make money on the way down. Check mark. That's great. Second thing, we look at volume. We want to have a lot of volume coming in. We want to have, even better with this one, increasing volume, increasing selling volume, meaning that not only did we have selling here, in our next candle, we had even more selling. And in our next candle, we had even more selling. What does that tell us? It means that the people that are pushing the volume or the stock are on our side. Think about it this way. You're pushing a boulder up a hill, right? Would you rather have you, an individual, pushing a single boulder up a hill, or would you rather have 100 people pushing this boulder up the hill? Of course, you'd rather have 100 people. And if, let's say you had 100 people and you were pushing it and you guys were struggling, wouldn't you like to have 100 more come in the next candle? Let's say it was still too heavy. Wouldn't you rather have 100 more come and have 300 people pushing this boulder? Of course you would. That's what volume is. When you have everybody pushing or rowing in the same direction, that's what increasing volume is. If you have increasing volume, it's very tough to lose money. So let's say here, so we have a check mark down here. We have a definite check mark right here. Then we go to the candle. What kind of candles do we want to execute trades on? We want to execute trades on these thick, full-bodied candles. These are called engulfing candlesticks. Why engulfing? Because they are bigger and they're taking out the low price of the previous candle. That's the type of candle that we want to sell short on. So with this following candle, would you execute it if the candle looked like this? Yes, you would. Would you execute it if you didn't get it? Would you execute here because you had this wick down here? No, you wouldn't. You execute trades at the bottom or the low of a candle. That is very, very important. Execute trades at the low of a candle. If you're executing trades right here, you're not going where the volume's going. That's the problem. You're going kind of against the volume. You need to be taking out the lows of the day. So when we look at something like this, what was the trade that the person made? Well, they executed a trade right in here, somewhere right around here. Why? Because at that point, if we just outline what the candle was, it looked like that at the time. And that was bigger and taking out the low of the previous candle, right? So let's say that the trade was executed somewhere around, let's just use a number, $24 and let's see here, let's say $24.65 or $224.65. And then what? Now you're in the trade. Now what happens? The question is, when do you get out, right? We need to know when to sell because this thing could easily come down here and then rebound back up and we lose a bunch of money, right? Now you need to know when to sell. So we know when to sell this thing, continue to move down. Awesome. What's the indicator for exiting? Is it price action? Is it when the price spikes up on you, you're just going to automatically sell? No. This is a very common mistake that traders make. They need to understand down here, trend. When we have a stock that is moving down in the sweet spot, everything's looking great. What are we paying attention to? We're looking at our red line to rebound back up, to give us any indication that the red line wants to turn positive. That's why I like having this yellow line down here, because it gives me the relation of the red line to basically a flat one. So I can see here, I'm still in the stock, I'm still in the stock, I'm still in the stock. Right here is when I started to get the red line kind of turning up, and that was my exit point. And amazingly, let's get some whiskers going on here. And amazingly, that was right here. Now, did you get a follow through? Yes, you did. So the exit point was right around here. This is where you were exiting, right down here. You would have hung out in here, nothing really going on. You could see that the volume's falling off. You're starting to get some buyers in there. This is where you would have exited your trade. Very profitable trade. You're running from 224.65 down to 211. That is a great trade for a matter of 30 minutes, 40 minutes, whatever the trade was. But some of you might be saying, okay, but look what happened. This fell down here, and then this one fell all the way down here. So you missed it, right? Wrong. Look down here again. What did the trajectory of this stochastic do? It went back down. Remember, guys, day trading is in and out, in and out. You can constantly get in, constantly get out, which makes you have to sit at your computer for long periods of time. So this is not something that you would just buy and go to the kitchen and make breakfast. That's not going to work. You need to sit on your computer. You need to pay attention. But don't be afraid to get in and out of a stock. That's perfectly acceptable. That's how the best day traders make money. They constantly get in and out depending on what the trend is doing. Remember, this can be daunting the first time. Do not be worried about this, guys. It's repetition. And honestly, like I said earlier in the video, this stock came from somebody in our Patreon community. A great place to find stocks, a great place to chat with people that have been doing this for anywhere between brand new and 5+ years. It is the Patreon community. It's a fantastic place to be if you have ever wanted to get into trading. If you feel alone, like I felt in the beginning of my career, I traded years and years and years and years by myself. It could be a very lonely road. It's so much easier to have people to bounce ideas off of and hold your hand to get going. Join the Patreon community. It's December right now. Make a goal that by April, you're going to be trading on your own. You're going to be trading real money on your own. Jump in, use the new year as a New Year's resolution, and start to learn. Take it easy, paper trade, talk to people, watch the Trading 101 series that come with the Patreon community, and you are going to be better off for it. All right, so I just walked you through a very thorough example of how I use volume and trend and engulfing candlesticks to consistently make profits. But if your goal is to make $10,000 or more per month trading stocks, then you need more than just examples. You need a full blueprint. I lay it all out in this next video. It's simple, it's clear, and it's actionable. Click the video on your screen right now and let's take your trading to the next level.